Hey guys, it's me, Magic 8. I think I just blocked the microphone, that's great. But hi guys, I'm gonna do the animation tutorial because I wanted to do this for a while. Because my way of animating on Toonsquid is pretty cool because I'm like the most niche guy in the OSC, you know? Like, so I want to show off how I do stuff around here. But this is my setup I got. Like, I don't know, man. All this is gonna be unscripted. Just me like naturally going about how I animate stuff. I'm just doing this in the ties asset thing, which I thought would be a good idea to do. Here's what that looks like. Yep. Here are the assets. This is audio clips. Here are the assets. Here's what they are. You got all your favorite characters like Piggy Bank. We love Piggy Bank, don't we? The alts are like Lightning Rod and Strawberry and stuff. I need like a pointer or something so it can show where like I'm actually looking. This folder right here, non-cons, that's non-contestant characters. You can see there are 17 characters in there. So yeah, look out for them because there's more than Pokeball. Again, 0, these are the poses in intro order. I numbered them so it'd be easy to remember. Yep, 15 in 0. I wonder who those guys could be. Anyway, showing off how I'm gonna do this. I actually don't know how to start. I'll probably put timestamps and stuff so it's not just me rambling for 10 minutes because that'd be boring as hell. Unless you like that because it's got a pretty cool internet personality, pretty cool. Again, niche YouTuber. Yep, got 10 subs as of doing this. Okay. Alright, I've set in stone what is going to be covered. I actually haven't. I was going to improvise this now. But I think I want to go over style, how you want to make stuff. Assets, definitely. Backgrounds. If I want to do that, I don't actually know if I want to. I don't actually know if I want to do that. I might do that. I'm not sure. Audio, because that's very important. The method I do audio at least, and animation itself. Dum. I want to do all these. I might split these up into videos depending on how I want to do that. I don't really know yet. I don't have a plan for this. But for style, I'll just start with that because it's at the top. I use a square brush style when I am animating. I want ties to look like this because it is easier to make Miss Tie look pointy. Yeah, that's all. It's just because it's easier to make Miss Tie look pointy because I want it to have jagged edges. There are round brushes. I don't really like them because look, if I do that, it looks all butt and it looks bad, and I don't like that very much. It looks too basic, you know. Another style I like using is particle. Look at these nice particle limbs. No, but actually, square brush is 100% the way to go. I can understand why some people don't like it because it can look extremely bad, especially if you do it really big. It looks really ass. But I think the safe spot is 22 pixels, and if you want to be decently good at stuff, 22 pixels, great. Fucking 22 pixels, very good. If you want to aim for a bit more detail, 14 pixels is also very good for that sort of thing. So that's what I recommend. If a character is close to the screen, do 14 pixels. If a character is further away from the screen and a bit smaller, I'll do 22. So they don't look too skinny and too weird. Because really skinny limbs look kind of terrible. So I'll explain this. 22 pixels. 22 pixels always looks pretty okay. But if you're get up like really close to 22 pixels, it looks really bad. So you want to do nice little 14 pixels. Still looks pretty bad because how small cup is. Then I'd probably go to about 8, I'd say. Boom. It's like you never shrunk him. It's magical. Limb placement too is fairly important, and it changes a lot depending on who I'm animating. Like what's an interesting one I could do? Subspace, definitely. When I animate subspace, I really wish I didn't put her like this, but I wanted it to look like how the recommender wanted it. The arms like this, which really annoys me, but I'm just gonna roll with it. Because on the angle the recommender drew subspace, it was like that. It was like that, so that's why she looks like that. And it kind of bugs me, but that's okay, because it makes her more unique, which is fine. But someone more basic like Tank, just like normal limb placement doesn't matter. A lot of people also like when they place limbs, they put little markers on where the limbs are, so they like stay in that spot when you animate them and stuff. So it stays consistent if you like move stuff. If you like move the body and need to draw new limbs, you know where to draw them. I don't do that because I don't care that much. I animate ties pretty fast. It doesn't have to be immaculate, but I like it to look okay, and the limb placements never really bugs me too much. I just have the poses here, which sum up where characters' limbs should be drawn and how they should be drawn. Also, screen time management, also very important. When I'm writing an episode, I will cross off a character when I've given them at least one line. As you can see, Strawberry's crossed off. Yep, can't explain why, but she is. Okay, to show off what I'm doing, I'm just going to be jumping through a lot of different scenes from a multitude of different episodes. Probably just ties episodes because they're the best examples.
Long John, I'm joining you so I can climb you.
But here is one pretty decent way that I use all the time when I'm using a character's expression. I usually do this frame by frame, actually. Sometimes I use keyframes, which is what I did here. You just move the character with a... Hold on, wait. Toonsquid's really annoying, and it opens the top of the timeline when you open keyframes. Holy shit, how much stuff is in this scene, bro? Okay, here, see, keyframe to this, move it up to that. Just simple cubic ease in, always use that, full intensity. Then I just use an ease out.
Check out.
And it's super smooth. Well, not super smooth, but like
Check out.
pretty dang good. That is one example. There are a few other ways. Okay, I've just decided that to show off talking, because that's a pretty large part of object shows, believe it or not. I will show off how I use mouth loops, because that's what BFB did, and I want ties to look somewhat like BFB, and mouth loops are pretty helpful anyway. So I've got a voice line of Cup, which is not just my normal voice. Hey guys, this is me, Cup. This is not a rushed voice line. That was me. I just recorded that now, if you couldn't tell. I wanted to hide that, but I'm not going to hide that anymore. So I just draw this, right? Then I go into my talking loops. I've got a lot of them. I made a few more recently, actually. Yeah, I will use one of the new mouth loops for this, because I haven't properly animated with them yet. Cup will be smiling, because he's oh so happy. Oh, I'll go through how I did that, actually. I'll put it into the thing, like I do. Copy it, delete that, bring it into the same layer as Cup. Put it under the eyes or above it, doesn't really matter. And I will sync it with this. So
Guys.
Just hear me out. I know what I'm doing is weird. Just hear me out on this, okay? Whenever he changes noises, basically, I will change the mouse. I'll explain how to do that. Wait, what's... Yeah, that's fine. Let's leave that like that. This is not a rushed voice line. Okay, that can just go like that, I think. What I'll do is I will find a time in here where it's mouth closed. There we go. I will rasterize it. I know it's lazy, but I'll just do that. So it stays still and doesn't move, no matter what, not like the rest of it. Hey guys. I don't want that to be closed there, so I will just make that open. Yeah, no, I'll put it as it doesn't matter. Put it at the top, so when you automatically switch frames, it will not put you to the eyes and you can just go straight to the mouth. But I didn't do that, so I have to do it the manual way, which is kind of annoying. Hey guys, this is... Actually, hold on. I will just do that. So basically you just have to choose when his mouth is open and closed. And the rest happens. Hey guys, this is me, by itself, which is exactly what I want. C sound. You actually just copy and paste a bitmap version if you want. Oh shit, hold on. Me, cop. Okay. Hold on, wait. There we go, okay. Hey guys, this is me, cop. Where am I up to? Hold on. This is not a cop. For this, I would probably close the mouth, actually. I don't do this usually, but I'll just do it here so it looks a bit nicer. Up. This is not a rushed voice line. When you hear it go deeper, you will change it to a closed mouth. That's what you want to do, so I'll just do that. It's not what I meant to do. I'll just do that. Go like that. Boom, full scene, and that's when I put effort into it too. Hey guys, this is me, Carp. This is not a rushed voice line. Isn't that freaking great? Now you can add more expression with this if you want. Well, you kind of can't now because it's already split up a lot, so it'd be pretty tedious to do that. That's how I do mouth loops. If I want to lip sync, I don't. Okay, there are also a few other mouth loops I use. The ones from Ties 1 I don't really like using because they kind of suck. I didn't really know how to... Hey guys, this is me, Carp. This is not a... The mouth loop that I just used, it looks like this. It is 8 frames, just repeating this motion over and over again. On the 9th and 10th frame, it is a closed mouth, and that is all. Very simple. I will consider, as of recording this, putting the black and white talk loops up for download in the description. I don't know if I will do that, but I might do that. Assets are staying with me for now. Don't really want to release them yet. I want to put them behind a paywall. Okay, for this part, I am in the project where I make assets. This is probably the hardest asset I made. But a lot of these characters haven't actually had assets made of them yet. So I will probably do that now. Let's go with Yanni, because I want to make an asset. Great, I'm going to have to blur all of that. Let's go with Yanni. So this is exactly how I make an asset. I usually make it inside a symbol, but since I'm doing it here, I won't. Yanni's like a little circle. Do I want to do the shapes here? Yes, I want to do the shapes here. I will trace Yanni. You can use an image for reference as well that you can trace if you want. There's no harm in doing that. I often don't do it, but I can understand why someone would. I suggested, if you're new to making assets, that you use a lot of reference. Okay, there we go, it's a good shape. let's... Here's a Ty's color palette too. Some of these you won't know yet, but there's Perp's color. Yay. Wonder what color this belongs to. Anyway, back to what I was doing before I got sidetracked for like the 9th time. I will roll Yanni's colors as well. Okay, I think, yeah, okay, that's pretty, it looks a bit, yeah, okay. Okay. Now, good stroke size, it really just depends on the size of your thing, because the stroke size does not change when you resize something. So just choose something that would match with the rest of it. I'm going to go with like, no, it's too small, it's like a junior. I'm going to go with that looks pretty good. Now what I always do is, I duplicate the shape, make this fully transparent, so it's just the outline, get rid of the outline on this one, so it's like that. Then I can shade it in whatever way I want to all my freedoms, and it will look decent. There we go, look at that. That's Yanni's coming together. Always mask it like this. If you don't know how to do that, you just go, this is what it looks like otherwise. If you don't know how to do that, just click on the thing, toggle mask onto the shape you want it to be stuck onto, and that will do that for you. Now I'm going to use a stroke brush. Should I use a stroke brush actually? For the sake of this I won't, because it's not as easy. Now I just do some little Yanni patterns all over this. Is actually a pretty detailed asset, I can't lie. Okay. Bro, it's gonna take so long. Okay. I'm just gonna make that. Is it smaller? The line small? No, not. Okay. What you can do is you can go and copy the size of the thing right here. There we go. I'm lazy, so I'm just gonna increase the corner radius. Corner radius is really helpful. I use it a lot. It kind of carries in a lot of assets I make. Oh, hold on. I will group this. I use groups in so many assets. A lot of my assets have like 6 groups in them overall. There we go. Okay, now I just have to do that a lot more times. I will put a timestamp after I'm done with this, because it is probably going to be very boring to watch me make yarn patterns for like 3 minutes. Yeah, I'm just going to cut actually to when I'm done. No, it took like 20 minutes. No, it took like 2 minutes, but I'm done with that part. So that's that done. It looks really bad, but there won't be a recommended character debut in ties, so I'm not going to worry about that. Alright, this little yarn tail or something, I don't know. I'm just gonna wing that real quick. I don't want it to be too big, because it'll throw off the shape of the asset and that'll be annoying to deal with. Make sure the lines go in and like behind it, so it doesn't, because otherwise it will look like this and then the lines are extra thick. No one wants that, because it looks really bad and it annoys me a lot. You might not care. A lot of people probably don't care, but I get annoyed by that. I'm really lazy, so I'm just doing corner radius. What's the corner radius? Yeah, this right here, this slider right here, makes stuff more thin. If you do it too much, it doesn't work. But yeah. Alright. Let's just copy the colors here. Shading's a bit. No, I like using the same shape for shading, because otherwise it looks kind of whack, and I don't want the shading to look kind of whack, because it like ruins the whole asset. I don't make a whole new shape when I do it. What are these control points? Oh, okay. Where does the shape? Okay. Don't do that. This asset's coming together. Do that. Yep. Okay, okay, what the hell? Hold on. You can change the corner radius for each single one. I think that looks pretty decent. Yeah, assets don't take too long for me because it's hard to make a tutorial for them because I kind of just do them naturally. I've been making assets for so long, since like 2022, and I've just naturally over time gotten a lot better at them than I was before. Alright, that's Yanni's asset. It's not the same shape, I don't care, but I will make a pose for him later, but shout out to this guy for recommending Yanni because he gave me material. Yep, very awesome. On to the next thing. Okay, I also want to show off how to make a brush because I do not remember how to do that, so I'm just going to figure it out. You can import brushes, so I might actually, if I bring out the torque loops, I'll also bring out square brush. I think what I did to make the square brush, though, like I'll just show you. I think what I did, so you click on the brush, the round brush that comes with Toonsquid. You go vector, duplicate. You can go edit. You get a shape right here. You can just go. Oh yeah, there's tons of shapes here. You can make like vector ones of that. I think I either chose blank or pixel. I don't know if I made blank or not. I will go with pixel. I think that's all I have to do. Yep, that looks shit. Let's go back into that and change that. Go with blank, I guess. Done. There we go. Blank is the way to go. I don't know if blank is... I have no idea if I made that or not. I think you can go... Oh yeah, you can just make it... If you just do that, does it... No, it doesn't. I'm still learning how to do that. I don't make brushes very often. I think if I just go plus... You can make brushes with photos? Okay, I've got a lot I have to do later. But if blank is there, just use that. If it's not... Uh-oh. No, I will definitely link the brush, at least. That will go out, because I'm sure people want to use square brush. Okay, I will show off my backgrounds, because, look, I'm gonna be honest, all of them are like reskins of each other. Like, Faraway Land is literally just a recolor of the main grasslands, and Tall Trails uses the same grass floory thing, but then I made like new bushes that don't look very good. But I will show how I like format them. Oh, there's a storm light as well. I use so this is what the symbols are. There is a main foreground where the floor and the trees are. Then there is then there are assets, the sky with the hills. Same thing. It's just so when you tween it and like move it, they don't both move with each other. Because it looks like that and looks really bad. Instead, it would like move slowly and that would move slower behind it, which looks a lot better and is how real life works. Tall Trails as well. What else do I have in here? I also have this as well, which is just like a pillory ruins looking thing. This background, it's like a recolor as well. But I suggest finding or making your own grass texture and just copy and pasting it over a huge thing. I did that all manually. To color it as well, I didn't color it myself because that would take so freaking long. I kind of just did this over and over again. I made the blend mode on the... Holy crap. Okay. This is the original grass symbol right here. I think this was made in a pack. I think this was made by Solo. Yes, it was. It was made by Solo. Yeah, the blend mode here in the group is... Does these blend or are they just transparent? Hold on, wait. What color are these? Okay, yeah, yes, I absolutely did not make these. These were made by Solo then. Yeah, because they have like a teapot rig pack or something, I don't know. This was made by Solo. I think all the other assets were by me. I got these off of the wiki, these trees. I think I just traced them. Yeah, I think I traced them. And these were me. The grass colours were all me, the colour palettes and that. That's very impressive, right? I think if I used any other stuff from packs or anything, this 8-ball asset's either from the wiki or made by Pug Squad. I don't know. Okay, it might be from the wiki actually. It has masking in it. So that makes me think it's made by Pug Squad, I'm not sure. I think all the other assets in here were made by me. Yes, they were. Okay, yes, they were. I think the legs as well they were in a rig pack from Pug Squad as well. I think they're made by Zanimations or something. I cannot remember how to pronounce his name. It's either Zanimations or Zanimations because there's two of them. But I will put his thingy up. It is okay to use packs entirely if you use credit. Always use credit. I have credit in... Hold on, wait. I've credit at the end of thingies. Asset credits somewhere. I actually don't know where they are. Oh, there they are. Do you see your name there? Music credits. Oh my god! Where are the assets? Asset credits, here we go. Solos, animations, Pug Squad, yep. So yes, you have to credit them or else they'll get very angry at you and you don't want that to happen because then you're going to get the whole Toonsquid gang on you, which will not be very good. So yes, always credit no matter what you're using. I just impulsively opened that. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing that. I don't really have anything else to show. I will probably make a better one of this in the future. I am still very bad at talking unscriptedly. I don't even think unscriptedly is a word. So, I hope you learnt something from this. Check the description in case I left anything there. I 100% did not leave the assets there, so don't even try. Yeah. Thank you for sitting through this if you did.